you're in that situation, but how do you go about building trust and creating a sense of like local ownership in a neighborhood that was resident to you?
Yeah, so I think that's still been a challenge for us just because of the fact that it's a very like family forward, family friendly neighborhood, and a lot of the events are centered around children. And so the CCC regs don't even really allow you to advertise to things that are involving kids. So like, small businesses sponsor Little League. You can't do that in cannabis. So you really are kind of stuck to the local bars. And some of the local bars were very kind, and I brought them coasters, and some of them who were very much in support of the other candidate would not take coasters from me. They were like, "Oh, we're not interested." So it's been really interesting. Like it's definitely that tone is still there. Definitely not talked about a lot. And I think during my first year, I never talked about it. And then I realized I was like, well, what's the worst that happens? Honestly, like if I don't talk about it, it's never going to change. And then there are a few people who had opposed me who came in and were like, we love what you've done. We're really glad you're here. So I think that people can change their minds too, and that's been positive. And we're going to try to do more events. We definitely invite people, and I go out to some Charlestown events, but it's going to take something I think a little bit more consistent to really build more of that. Yeah.
So no, I wanted to ask you to expand on something that I wanted to bring up later. But when you said this is not talked about in Canada, right? What else, in your opinion, is an issue that should be talked about in cannabis, but currently is not talked about in cannabis?
Ooh, well, a lot of that stuff is coming right out of the woodwork as we speak.
Well, let's say locally, right?